Hello YouTube, Elite Legionario here, bringing you a 1 vs 1 for Medieval 2 Total War. Today I'll be bringing you a battle on the Arsuf map. I'm playing as Sicily, and my opponent Herrdak is playing as the Holy Roman Empire. So, my forces. I have, I believe it was 4 or maybe 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was 4 puppies crossbowmen, 2 pike militia, 5 Norman knights, or just mounted Norman knights, 4 mounted Norman knights, 2 chivalric knights, and a general's bodyguard. My opponent had 3 units of arquebusiers. They had, let's see, I think he had 4 dismounted feudal knights and 4 dismounted imperial knights. It's a good build. And 5 units of Teutonic knights. I was really worried about those. And 4 units of puppies crossbowmen. This is a good army actually, because it's got a very good cavalry wing, got a very good infantry wing, and it's got a good missile contingent. I have to be very careful because in a grind down melee fight, I'm outclassed by these Teutonic knights, but if I get good charge with my guys, I'll be right. So I see these a bit stationary, so I'm going to attempt to charge my chivalric knights. Now chivalric knights have an 8 charge, and they're fairly good in a melee fight as well. So they do have better charge than these Teutonic knights, but you have to remember the Teutonic knights use a mace, so to be very careful of them. So I get a good charge in here. It almost comes off like an encirclement actually, just by the way it works. So that was important. However, these guys will get their mace out, and that can be really nasty. So I'm going to start rushing because I'm under arquebus fire, and that's not good. Even though I did a bit of damage with my own crossbows with them, that's not too good. I pull on my general here though, and that should, with that charge combined with the fact that I hit the side, that'll allow me to be able to beat these Teutonic knights, but I was skeptical if I could actually win. He pulls off some dismounted Imperial Knights to assist, so I disengage my general so I can begin a counter charge against that. Over here, position him through charging. I charge my Norman Knights into his Teutonic Knights, and I've saved one for either encirclement or hammer and anvil. So I'm going to concentrate my power on one section, so he'll have to either choose what to do with these. And if he tries out flanking me, I'll have missile fire right into their flank. Over here, I'm sending my general right the long way around to avoid it getting snagged. The cavalry fight over here is going pretty good, although this infantry will probably start turning things with their mace and decent armour and defence. So I get a good charge here. Disengage this unit of chivalric knights. Up here, I broke through very quickly because I caught him stationary, which is great, and now I've begun the sword fight. Mostly amassing my forces on one section of it so that I can just basically bully his forces with my Norman Knights there. And as you can see, I easily wreck them in multiple charges, and he's not really prepared for them. My Norman Knights are doing very well against his Imperial Knights there, and his arquebusier got into a melee fight, which is not good. Missile fire is consistent and goes on. As you can see, I start to rout his core forces. Over here, I've won this fight, although I don't know if I've noticed that I've actually won that yet, so I'm microing over here. There you go, I noticed it then, so I wasn't too slow there. So I charge in, get rid of a few of his guys there, and I'm just going to finish the rest of his infantry off with charges, which as you know is brilliant in Medieval 2, and that's pretty much the fight over. However, I'm going to have to chase him around a bit, I believe. But as you can see, I've broken his line, and I've broken most of his troops, so I'm going to run off a few routers, but plenty of cav left to do such. So as you can see, my Norman Knights do that quite easily. It's a very good unit. I have a very special place in my Medieval 2 heart for the Norman Knight. It's one of my favourite units. Sicily is actually one of my favourite factions. It's a very good faction in my opinion, and I quite often have success with them when I use them. So it is a very good faction. It's got a good all-round roster. Certainly not the best by any stretch. Well, it's very good. It's a very good, probably in the top 5 or 6 factions in my opinion. It's a very good faction though, so I do advise it. It's a very, it's probably a bit underrated because people don't really think about Sicily very much, but it's one of the best factions in the game in my opinion. So I'm just picking up the routers there. I might just triple towards the end there now because it's just nothing but picking up routers. It's a wee bit annoying when players make you run around like this. It's better to just defeat it once you're beaten, but whatever. Anyway, that's pretty much this fight over. Basically, he didn't combine his cavalry with his infantry very well. Didn't use good support. I don't think he had the micro, to be honest. So a pretty decisive victory for me. 777 kills and 165 captures. That puts me close enough to probably around about 900 actually. A wee bit over 900 actually. And he got through 58. So pretty decisive victory there, but a good game to him nonetheless. The Norman Knights, pretty high levels of kills, 123, 51, 59, lots of captures, very few casualties. Pubby's crossbowmen, constant support all the way through, which was good. And just most Norman Knights, they did well. And the Herrdak Knights did well as well. So basically a pretty typical fight. These Norman Knights got 70, so good captures as well. Wait, no, sorry, captures are over there. It's a pretty typical fight here. Use your cavalry to give you the victory, as you can rely on Medieval 2. But he just didn't really have the micro to bring it together, I don't think. But that's fine. Lots of players are like that. I've been like that before, and I'm like that in some of the other Total War games. But anyway, great game to Herrdak, and hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you soon next time.